the Night Court ASMR. Hello, darling, and welcome to the Night Court. As always, it's your choice, and you have chosen a meditation from the court of dusk. So, when the book of day is closing, dusk invites us to reflect on accomplishments, feel gratitude, and be kind to ourselves so we can rest well and begin again refreshed the next day. So I thought that what I'm going to talk about next would be appropriate in this playlist. I thought I might give you a rundown on some facts about oxytocin and positive hormones in general. I thought that might be kind of fun. Just to remind you about all the cool stuff that the hormones in our bodies can do, and also how almost everything that happens in our bodies is a product of hormone function. It's wild. Maybe that's a whole other video. And you know what? There are plenty of podcasts that, if you listen to many podcasts, you'll know our ears have been talked off about this subject. But I just thought this would be kind of some really positive, but also scientifically grounded content. Just want to share some of the stuff with you. And of course, I'm not a scientist. I don't think I need to give that disclaimer. But I just thought that this could be kind of enjoyable. So let's get ready to talk about the cuddle hormone and some other fun stuff, and kind of meditate on this and how it's just really neat to understand a bit more about what can go on in our bodies and how that can affect our state of mind. So, without further ado, let's get comfortable and cozy. Turn down the lights if you can. Try to put yourself in a place where you won't be disturbed for the next 20 minutes or so. Find a comfortable position, whether it's sitting or lying down, and notice how your attention to these details brings you into the space with me, where we can be safe and together. Let your shoulders relax, your jaw unclench. You go from this as the cuddle hormone. I'm sure you've heard it called that. It's also called the love chemical and the trust builder. What a lovely idea. So let's unwind. And I will gently whisper facts and feelings all about oxytocin and its powerful hormone friends. So first of all, what is oxytocin? It is a hormone and a neurotransmitter. It's produced in a tiny part of your brain called a hypothalamus. And then it's secreted by the posterior pituitary gland. Excuse my pronunciation. But what does oxytocin do? Okay. It helps you feel love. It helps you feel safe. And it helps you bond. Mothers release it during childbirth. In fact, it's one of the hormones that's required to put a woman into labor. They experience waves of it while breastfeeding to bond them to the baby. Lovers release it when they hold hands or kiss. And friends release it when they share secrets and laughter, things that make them feel closer. Even cuddling with a pet can trigger oxytocin. Isn't that amazing? So just holding a warm cup of tea even, or hearing a kind voice, like hopefully on my channel, can activate this beautiful, beautiful chemical. And oxytocin reduces stress. It lowers levels of the hormone cortisol. Now, cortisol is often referred to as the stress hormone, so kind of the opposite. And that's why a warm hug or a long gaze into someone's eyes, or even a soothing ASMR voice, can make you feel safe and connected, grounded, present. Oxytocin plays a big role in emotional memory also. So it helps you remember good things, like the feeling of being loved, the warmth of childhood joy, which I hope we all have some memories of that, the butterflies of a first kiss. It's basically nature's way of helping us choose connection and proof that we're wired to love, really. We're wired to care. These things are actually adaptive in terms of evolution, because having community and connection is one of the things that kept us safe in a harsh environment. So now let's meet some of oxytocin's closest friends, okay? How about dopamine? Dopamine is the reward chemical, okay? So it gives you a jolt of joy when you accomplish a goal, when you eat something delicious. When someone says, "I'm proud of you," or something like that. So dopamine helps with motivation. It's the little whisper in your brain that basically says, yes, keep going, you're doing great. And dopamine, we're talking about the positive aspects of this stuff today. That's the point. But dopamine, I will mention, because if you've heard of it, you might have heard some negative sort of aspects of it as well. So like people who are, say, a gambling addict, right, might experience a dopamine hit that keeps them wanting to come back to the table. It's the same thing that happens with like certain types of video games. I'm sure we've all heard about this stuff. This is part of the zeitgeist, part of, the discussion in popular culture, but dopamine is the thing you keep getting a hit of that will make you come back, yes, to foods that are bad for you or games that are bad for you. But, it also has obviously very positive implications too, and there's a reason why it exists. And so I just want to mention, it's not all bad, and so that's why I'm including it, because it's part of this. It's part of this kind of helps you feel emotionally balanced, stable. You actually get a boost of it from sunshine. So it's why sunshine's important also for vitamin D. Wear your SPF though still, but you can still get it with SPF. But it also, you get a boost of it from doing exercise also, and from feeling gratitude, like when you have moments where you ruminate on what you're grateful for. That increases your serotonin levels, or it puts them into a healthy place, right? So that's why people talk about having gratitude journals and things like that. I recently was reading about, just on a side note, having I think it's called a contribution journal rather than just a gratitude one, or at least thinking about that aspect of things. So yes, good for your serotonin levels to notice what you're grateful for, right? And to even enumerate the things that people have done for you, or the things that you have, the gifts that you have, and so on. I often focus on what I'm grateful for if I'm experiencing something dark or difficult, right? And all of this, again, working to balance your serotonin. But this idea of also, like, what am I going to do to contribute, can work in a similar way. And I thought that was a really neat idea, because it's not just about, oh, what has everyone done for me? And I'm being, a little reductive here. It's more complicated than that. But it's also like, what am I going to give back? And giving back also has that effect. It increases our serotonin, right? The way exercise and sunshine and gratitude do as well. So the next thing that we have are endorphins, which we've all heard of that word before too. So these are your body's natural painkillers. Okay, so they rush in during laughter, for example, or when you dance, when you listen to music that gives you goosebumps, or maybe ASMR that gives you goosebumps. When you hear a whispered voice telling you you're safe, you are loved, and you are enough. So let's explore now some simple, gentle ways to invite these hormones into your life, okay? Let's get practical. Cuddle something soft, a blanket, a pillow, a pet. Whisper sweet things to yourself. Look at someone you love in a photo. These are all things you can do alone, right? That's the point that I'm getting at. You don't always need another person there. Look at someone you love even in a photo. Write a gratitude list like I mentioned. Or of course listen to your favorite ASMR. So just remember, your brain is listening, right? So every time you do something kind for yourself, you're building this cocktail of happy chemicals. Take a deep breath with me now, okay? So let's inhale and exhale. Just like that. Now you're telling your nervous system right now that all is well. I'm okay. So now let's sink deeper into comfort, okay? Let oxytocin do its magic. You can close your eyes and picture this, okay? You're wrapped in a soft quilt, lying in a sun-dappled field, and the breeze is warm. The air smells like lavender. You hear birds singing gently in the distance. You feel completely at peace, safe, connected to everything. Now, let me whisper some affirmations to you. You don't have to repeat them. Just receive them, okay? I am safe. I am loved. oxytocin flow like a gentle river. As we come to the end of our time tonight, let's just take a moment of stillness to feel your heartbeat. Feel your breath. Feel how calm your body has become. This isn't just relaxation, okay? This is healing. This is chemistry. This is love from the inside out. Oxytocin, serotonin, dopamine, endorphins. They're your friends. They're always with you to call up using the appropriate mechanism. You're not alone. You are held, and you are so, so loved. Sleep well, my darling. I'll be right here forever on video and in your ear. I'll be here for you forever when you need me again. Good night. Let the dark embrace of the night enfold you. Good night. Good night. Good night. The night